Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. And as usual, starting off with Euro USD. So we do have CPI data coming out today, and we have the Fed minutes later this evening for us. And we also have a number of Fed members screaming recession. So the question is, what's going to happen with the CPI data? At the moment, two things. We have tagged level to the upside. We have broken through the triangle as we were talking about yesterday. First had a rejection and then a breakthrough. So for me, this is a sit on hands until the data's out. This morning, I don't think you're going to be offered much of an opportunity. And if we just drop to the 15 minutes here, remember we had this level in yesterday at 108845. And you can see there is any one of these tails here on that breakthrough would have given us the pullback. You can see there's one right there, rejection, pullback, test the 155, back up, and then a little bit of a consolidation before breaking up. But anyway, bit of a tough environment to trade yesterday, and today is going to be no different. So we're ultimately going to need to drop below 108,952, and I would actually just delete that trend line for now. For shorts to take place, or alternatively, we're going to get above 109,305 for longs to take place. I suspect we're just going to range in amongst that until all the data is out the way today. Moving across to US dollar Japanese yen, obviously the converse is true there. Had a solid breakup, had a pullback on structure and an opportunity to buy. Against the trend is technically down as you look at the moving averages, but they are flattening out. We are consolidating to the upside again. Another one which I think it would be safer just to sit on the sides at the moment. There is a flag break that happened yesterday. You can see we came back onto structure here. Hovered here for a while. That's 2, 3, 4, 5 hours basically before breaking up, flag, and another break to the upside. So depends what the data is. You know, if we come back and we could just hover around, we could stay in this range just above 133,552. We could also pull back down to 133,029. But essentially it depends on the data today. Whatever the data does is going to dictate which way this goes. So dollar pair, I am sitting on the sides. Moving across to British pound, Japanese yen. Pound is on a tear at the moment. It does look like we are breaking through the structure that we have in place. Haven't had a retest of that structure though, and the first target has been hit. You can see most of yesterday was spent just bouncing around, not doing anything, and I can't really, in hindsight, it's always a perfect science. And the only real touch was at the open here, but yeah, we were looking for a deeper pullback. We were looking for one of these two tails to hold up price. That didn't happen. And if you look at it from a 50-minute perspective, you can see how we just hovered around here doing nothing in an uptrend. No two ways about that. We're above, sort of, as long as we're above the 155 EMA, we're in an uptrend, and that's continued. So not really much of a trade to take place there. I would prefer, okay, that one has been retested. That has been retested. So this is probably the closest that we have, 166112. I want to get to the hour, and let's use this one. So that's a zone that I would expect, and we could probably just add this as our third one. So starting at the bottom, and we are extended if you look at the oscillators here. So I'd be looking for pullbacks to 165808, 166112, and 166190. That's kind of what I'm looking for. This does look like a bit of an exhaustion bar to test the previous high. So we obviously need to see the pullback, and then we need to see an opportunity to jump in on this. So for me at the moment, this is another one sitting on the sides, but strong uptrend. I'm looking for a pullback on structure for an opportunity to buy. Lastly, Euro British Pound. This one was just chaotic yesterday. We were expecting it to continue to the downside. That didn't happen. And we, for all intents and purposes, look at all the tails in this area. This is barbed wire. This is a clear signal of stay away from this. Don't try and second guess it, because total confusion. And look at those first couple of hours of trading there. You know, we're rejecting the level that we were expecting, rejecting. Never really got a, got range bars. We've got, there was a pin bar, but there's no close below it. But apart from that, it's range bar. Nothing really indicating that we have a decent setup. We could have treated this one as an engulfing bar here. But again, tails to the upside, tails to the downside. Bit of a long shot that. And yeah, that's nothing really materialized. And if you look at it on the 15 minutes, see a nice pin bar there. But then immediately we go into pin bars in the opposite direction. So always a concern. And we were waiting for 087504 to be tagged. So the trend is reversed now. We're in an uptrend. But I think it's probably safer just to stay out of this at the moment. I think you're probably going to, if we do break through this area to the upside, that would trigger longs for me. But at the moment, for as long as we're just going sideways, I think we will sit on the sides at the moment. So really, my advice to you today is British pound, Japanese yen offers some value there, some opportunities if you look carefully, but the rest of them, stay away from it. There's a lot of data coming out. We need to wait for that data before we do anything. Hope that helps you somewhat. Going to be another tough day, but anyway, we do get those tough days quite often. And just got to work through them. We will catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.